Space. Seas of nothing, bound together by time. It is the darkest and most lonely road we will ever travel. But desolation is the least of your concern. Space is a near enough perfect vacuum and as cold as it can get. Even if there was a way to sustain in those conditions, the difference between space's pressure and our body's pressure would cause us to instantly rupture. How can such a terrifying and merciless place hold life forms such as our own? To answer this question, we must venture deep and far into space to unravel the secrets and mysteries. Will we find another planet that will match our own to sustain life, or has life found a way to adapt? This is our mission, a journey through space to find our second home. Welcome to Into the Void. This is Noah, one of the 20 space stations launched into deep space from our home Earth. Noah holds 50,000 people working on a singular mission: find a planet suitable for the human race. We left Earth and the Milky Way galaxy millions of light years behind us to learn what lies beyond. We are now in a galaxy far away and are docked in a solar system we named Epsilon F. Epsilon F holds 5 Earth-sized planets and 4 moons circulating a red dwarf. And in front of us, the planet Epsilon Alpha. It has drawn our attention because of its positioning from the Sun. Epsilon Alpha resembles Earth a lot. Its atmosphere is thick enough to keep galactic radiation out, and most of all, the primary need for life as we know it is on this planet: water. However, we were yet to realize the danger this planet holds. Meet Theodore, our quick and nimble ship designed to break orbit and get a small team on the planet. The first course of action was to set up a base of operations, and luckily, Noah has the capability to launch research pods onto the planet. It is now time to start our adventure. Welcome to Alpha Base, set at the foot of a large crater. It is here we will eat, drink, sleep, and work for the coming months to see if we can call this planet our second home.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
So far, things are looking up. We have water, our primary life need. We have flora producing oxygen for us to breathe. The only concern we have is the cold and the eerie silence. If this planet has all it needs to sustain life, then why hasn't life found its way yet? The first course of action was for the team to investigate the seasons, and in order to do this, we have to look up to the sky. After tracking the planet's orbit around the Sun, we came to a disturbing conclusion. We assumed because of the cold we landed during wintertime, but the graphs clearly indicated it was summer. Right now, the planet is just above freezing point, but during winter times, this planet becomes a vile and harsh environment. The plants that live here have adapted to this and stack up substances to hibernate through the winter. The roots have seemingly developed a retreat tactic to keep warm closer to the planet's core. During wintertime, the seas and lakes would freeze. The planet orbits 10 times slower around the Sun, meaning summers last 3,000 days. But so do the winters. This explains why this planet is eerie quiet. This must be why life hasn't found its way here. We will now wait to gain insight on how it must be living here during winter time. During our rest, a noise broke the silence. We are not alone. This is footage we captured of our new friend. It wasn't afraid of us, and why should it? It hasn't seen anything like us, and his instinct doesn't identify us as a threat. After inspecting its behavior, we can clearly see it's self-aware. and must be a young specimen. And it seems he also brought his friend along. They are a couple. This jolly bunch kept us company for the rest of our stay, playing around at the camp, eating the roots of the plants. We named them Duggy and L, and they proved to be great assets to our research. Life has found its way here. Patiently we wait for nighttime to come to observe how our new friends would react to the cold. Nighttime is upon us and the planet is minus 90 degrees Celsius. We can feel the metal in our research pod freezing up and the cold is creeping in. It is at this moment we realize the human race will not be able to survive in the open air. However, this did raise questions. How do the life forms survive on this planet? After doing a local scan, we found an interesting disturbance. Right outside our camp, there is a cave carved into the mountain, and Duggy and L made their way inside. Hot air was coming out. Why is this? There's only one way to find out. But this means traveling through life-threatening conditions. Even this journey of a mere 50 meters is extremely dangerous in these temperatures, but it is our duty to find out if life on this planet is possible. So into the darkness we venture. Gustav Heinrich is the first to make the walk. Experienced at planetary walks, he faces extremely dangerous temperatures. The life support system in his suits regulate the oxygen supply, making sure the suit does not fill up with air that would freeze around him. There is a problem. Something tore the oxygen supply. Now, oxygen is leaking out, but worst of all, the air is beginning to freeze inside his suit. Our lungs are a very strong organ, but this cold might slowly start to cause frostburn on the inside of the body, leaving Gustav in immense pain before dying. He made it. As Heinrich went deeper into the cave, we found out the air was warming around him. It raised more questions. Why is the air warming up when it should be cooling down? The sun is not able to warm these caves up. The easy explanation will be that we're getting closer to the planet's core, but that is still thousands of miles beneath us. Heinrich discovered that the soil is very nutrient rich. So rich that plants are even capable of thriving in near enough complete darkness. The only light source these plants have is a mysterious light-emitting life form. Back on Earth, we find the same sort of animal in the depths of the ocean. When Heinrich relayed this information, we started comparing the plants with those found on our home Earth, and it was then we learned something that would change our entire outlook on this planet. After doing a scan, we found out we never landed near a crater. We landed right next to a volcano. And this planet is littered with them. The only reason why we can set foot on this planet now is because of the hundreds of thousands liters of molten lava running through the planet's crust, warming up the soil. This explains why plants can thrive in near enough complete darkness. Volcanic soil is rich of nutrients. Back on Earth, humans take huge risks, settling at the foot of volcanoes just for the volcanic soil. The interesting thing we learned is all these volcanoes are active, but also very stable. Chance of eruption is close to non-existent. The lava idles in the volcanoes, but when winter comes, this changes on a planetary scale. The seas and lakes would freeze, with lava flowing through the top layer of the Earth. The freezing starts at the surface of the seas. This causes massive amounts of pressure. The water is slowly getting pushed down, explaining the underground erosion. With the water not able to escape through the top layer, it will make its way down. And when the water pressure is high enough, the lava would get pushed up, overflowing the caves. So chances are, you either burn or freeze to death. With all this learned, there is no chance of human survival. We are innovative and a resourceful species, but stand no chance against Mother Nature. The native creatures have evolved for millions of years with the planet. Living on this planet is a gamble. During summertime, the human race will manage, even grow crops to start agriculture. But when winter comes, we have to shelter in one of the caves. Even with our technological advances, there is no way to construct a building that would sustain itself during these temperatures. And if we were to take shelter in one of the caves, it's a massive gamble. We might never make it out alive. This mission has failed. With billions of galaxies out there, each having billions of solar systems, there must be one out there that matches Earth. We hope, but we can't help think with space's size, billions of galaxies, billions of stars, there are near enough infinite configurations of planets. The smallest change makes it impossible for us to survive on. It's moments like this we learn how lucky we are with Earth. If ever there was a wonder, it's our very existence in space. Thank you for watching Into the Void. Safe travels, explorers. Small disclaimer, all this is being done by one idiot who did very poor fact checking. Don't use this stuff for your university essay on the universe, or in kindergarten for that matter, cause you will fail and your teacher will make fun of you for the rest of your stay in school. Love, Sonny Evans from A Bit Bastard.